After a 29% bounce to the upside and a really nice looking daily candle, Cardano puts in a new daily candle right as I start this video. What will the days ahead have in store for ADA price? In this video, I will break down the charts and tell you exactly what you need to be prepared for. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into the Cardano video. Cardano on the daily chart. Are you serious with that daily candle that just closed? I tweeted earlier. I said, now this is a daily candle I'd like to see for ADA. Who sold that low at 89 cents? I mean, somebody actually sold down here in the 89-cent range of this just crazy daily candle. And, you just take a price range from that swing low to where it closed. 29%, everybody. 29% bounce off of the swing low. We're putting in a new daily candle. I mean, this just happened 5 minutes ago. It's red right now. This is going to be really interesting as we dig in on these charts. Cardano not out of the woods yet at all. It's, if Cardano is going to climb out of this mess, right, this dip, this break through the lower trend line, it's going to start probably with a daily candle that looks like that. But we're not there yet, and we're going to talk about that on the short-term charts. But what I do want to say is this. We've been tracking this ascending triangle for weeks now, and we've been talking over and over, even back here. Remember, we were talking about, man, we're testing that lower trend line. Cardano very close to breaking potentially into that 70 to 80 cent target to the downside. We got the bounce to an all-time high, and it actually happened closer within the apex of the triangle that we actually got the break to the downside. Still the target into that 70 to 80 cent range to the downside. We're still aware of it. We've been ready for it. It's nothing new. We've been ready for it for weeks as we've just done this technical analysis. Even though I'm so bullish on Cardano, over and over again, I've mentioned this price target because it's just a technical setup you have to be aware of. It's also a buy opportunity. But along this entire area, I've asked a question. If Cardano breaks the lower trend line, and we have this 70 to 80 cent technical target down here, like, is Cardano really going to hit that target? Isn't there going to be so much demand that it just won't hit that target? That's just in my mind what I think, because I don't think, this is my opinion, I could be wrong. I don't think we're entering a bear market right now, everybody. That's, I'm not one of those people that's thinking that right now at all. I mean, we're at a very similar point in this bull market that we were in the last bull market where cryptos were truly tanking. Ethereum at this point of the last bull market that we are right now, Ethereum in 2017 saw a 70% dip or so to the downside before continuing in the bull market. So Cardano, if we're looking at the Cardano charts right now, we can go over here to the 6 hour. From this swing high to this swing low, Cardano's already put in a 42% dip. If we go to the target into the 70s, we're at 50% dip for Cardano. That, even in a bull market, is normal. And historical data suggests that it's normal. And it just is what it is. We have to be prepared and ready for this volatility. But let's discuss, what does demand look like? So far, it's illustrated on the daily candle that we just closed. People are buying Cardano. And, maybe we have another leg down. And I'd be really interested to see what happens in this similar range, anywhere below $1. Buying dips is a good strategy, even in bull markets. It's not just something you do when you're trying to time the bottom of a bear market. Buying the dips in bull markets and buying swing lows in bull markets is not a bad way to average in. I'll tell you what, it's way better than averaging in the swing highs and the all-time highs. So we're going to see how this transpires. And it really starts on the 6 hour charts. And this is what the 6 hour charts look like. You can see Cardano put in a nice bounce from the swing low, but it's just very similar to the initial drop we had out of the lower trend line. We got this drop, pretty nice looking 6 hour candle right there. A lot of demand, got a bounce to the upside, consolidation, and then we got another drop. So with this drop and with this nice 6 hour candle, are we getting, again, consolidation pattern, and then another drop? Are we getting ready to really hit potential target down here in the 70 to 80 cent range? We have to be ready for it. We can visualize what it looks like. It's important to do this. And let's actually let's chart it on the hourly chart. Let's visualize this on the hourly chart. So again, this move right here, very similar to the move back here. So we're gonna chart what transpired here, and we're gonna visualize the potential. So we have this swing low to a swing high, which is kind of where we are right now, right here in this move back then. So we'll chart from right there to the new swing low that we just put in. And let's extend this over to where we are. If we see resistance here, this is in play. It doesn't mean it's going to play out exactly like this. It doesn't mean the chart will look exactly the same or the timeline of it will be the same, but this truly is the possibility for another lower low for Cardano. And this is what we have to be aware of, especially because right now Cardano's testing key resistance that we actually saw back here. So that resistance was this last consolidation point, this last little swing high area to that crazy swing low. Cardano made the bounce. And let me zoom in here a little bit so we can see all this better. So Cardano made the bounce right into a Fibonacci resistance and failed to come back down, right? And you remember, we were doing videos about this over and over again, because from that swing high to this new swing low, we were talking about this Fibonacci resistance, right? And this was the story of lower highs. We were just tracking this. And the resistance, it kept up. Cardano did not break resistance, and so we fell. And so here we are now, and we're anticipating potential similar resistance. So we have this last swing low right before the big drop, or I'm sorry, this last swing high right before the big drop to swing low, and Cardano right now in another lower high Fibonacci resistance. It's $1.20 to $1.14. And right now, Cardano's testing right at the 618 line of this Fibonacci resistance, this green rectangle that you see here. So if we fail here, up to $1.20, if Cardano fails, what will the consolidation look like? Are we going to come back down? Are we going to test key Fibonacci support, which would be swing low to this swing high resistance? Are we going to talk about coming back down and testing this support? Are we going to be bouncing around? The volatility, I think, is truly in store. And whether that's to the downside or upside, I don't think Cardano's just going to trade sideways in this range forever. I mean, we're at $1.13, and we have to continue now tracking the short-term consolidation as we did before. We have to anticipate more lows as we did before. We're ready for them at all times. You can start planning. Hey, listen, I have some fiat. I have some money. I want to buy a dip. That's up to you. But start visualizing. This is what it potentially could look like. We could hit a 70 to 80 cent range target in the coming hours or days. Be ready for that. Make your move, have it ready. But on the flip side, where are you in your portfolio? Are you ready if we break this resistance right here? We're breaking $1.20. We're getting separation from this entire resistance. And then we're actually breaking the previous lower high, and we're starting to put in new swing highs. Then we start getting confirmation of a reversal as we start testing maybe potentially this trend line that we broke out of, and that's in the $30s. So this is a very short-term story that we just have to continue to track. That's why I'm here. That's why I do these videos every day, so we can track them. But mainly so we can be ready for all scenarios. I want to just say this. As we do track this stuff, definitely plan, everybody. Like, figure out what you want to do. I know what I'm doing, right? I know what buying the dip looks like for me. And I don't care if I was buying Cardano below 10 cents. If we're dipping 40% plus to the downside and we're in the middle of the bull market like I believe we are, I have no problem continuing to buy dips of Cardano even in the dollar range, right? The plus a dollar plus range doesn't matter to me, because when I start zooming out on the charts, I start seeing the story that's being told for Cardano. Here's on the daily chart. Here's on the weekly chart. We know smart contracts coming. I mean, April, May, testnet happening, everybody. Behind the scenes, what's being built is there. And we know what happened with Shelly testnet leading into Shelly hard fork. There was some nice gains. And so here's smart contracts. Here's Alonzo hard fork sometime this summer. What is going to happen? Here we know what happened going into Mary hard fork, followed by consolidation. So there's a lot of bullishness, not to mention in just on the short term, 6 days away, Africa special. What's going to be announced there? What kind of adoption is coming for Cardano as smart contracts also simultaneously on the way? Just zoomed out, I'm just very bullish on Cardano. So when we're starting to talk about these short-term moves, it's good to track it. It's good to be prepared, especially if you're going to be making some decisions. But when we're tracking these short-term moves, I'm just always thinking about this chart, this zoomed out chart. We've known for, since this swing high back here that it would be good for Cardano to meet this 20-week moving average, similar to how it did after Shelly hard fork. We knew that was a possibility and actually healthy for Cardano. And you can see we're filling the gap here, the 20-week moving average in the 70s, 70 to 80 cent range. And that's kind of a target for Cardano. So be prepared for that downside, but don't discount the bulls. If the bulls step in, if the demand is there, and it's kind of illustrated so far on the daily chart with that daily candle that we just put in, but we're going to track this on the short term. I just wanted to do an update as we head into this weekend, Friday night now. I hope you're enjoying your night. I hope you're chilling. Zoom out on the charts, get some fresh air, relax. Life is good, everybody. God is good. I appreciate you cruising by. Hit the subscribe if you're not a subscriber. I want to thank all of you. I'm pounding it right now for the 200,000 subscribers. We hit it. We flew through it. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really do. Hit the like on the way out. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.